position in there. There we go. You know what? Yeah. Listen, that Reaper and Sim and Junkrat and whatever else they've played, Cassidy has not been getting healed this game, and they made a play. Let's go. All right, so in today's video, we are watching a couldn't tell you the rank because this is a where are they now video. And the way this works is we're going to watch someone that we've previously watched in a previous VOD. Usually it's anywhere from 3 months or longer. And we see if they have climbed, if they've improved, where they're at now. Now, the way it works is I actually don't know what their new rank is. So I need to watch this, and then we're going to guess at the end if we were correct on their game. All right? Just to give a summary on this one, this was a Diamond Mercy that we watched who said their Diamond games felt just like Silver games. In their previous VOD, the main issue was them not healing their other teammates, which is a good part of support play. They were hyper-focused on pocketing only one of their DPS to the point where the others kept falling over and played mystery heroes. The new description here that we have for this game is, what can you do as a support player going up against a Diva and a Bastion who are rolling your team? Hope, pray, and heal, heal, heal. I've had a couple of games before where it felt like the second I stopped healing, everything went downhill, but this one definitely takes the cake, which can happen. This entire game felt like they were playing a battle that ended before it started. They don't think they could have weaved in more damage than they did, and they spent most of their time healing. It kept feeling like it wasn't enough. So let's see what happens. Let's see if they win. Let's see where they're at, and let's try to guess where their rank is now. Before, they were Diamond 4 support. Have they improved? Have they climbed? Let's find out. We're watching. You know, good pop shots to start, I'd say. Good pop shots. Pop shots. All right, here we go. So far, your team's playing fine. I will say, I'm definitely seeing a bit more balance between how you're playing, though, in comparison to last time. So, like, this isn't the worst gameplay. I will say, you are playing a Rhine. And playing a Rhine that charges in like that makes me think that you may have already... I think you might actually be, like, into that high Diamond, low Masters range now. But we'll see. Team's playing well. Your team disengaged a team fight well. You played this fairly decent. I mean, the only real issue there was you're actually... So, right there, the only thing I actually saw that happened, like, incorrectly for your team was your Rhine's charge. Your team was doing a good job of keeping everybody alive together. But then the major problem that happened was that you just basically... Your Rhine charged in, you couldn't catch up on heals. So, not bad. But obviously, it's not ideal. You're on the flank with the Reaper. Check your Rhine in a second. I mean, that's a good shot, but I want you to look at your Rhine. Because your Rhine... only has a Lucio with them, remember that. So, a little bit of an overuse of cleanse, but I'm also okay with you going for something there. So we'll see how this goes. If you TP out to save them, though, your Ryan's going to be left on an island. Uh-oh. Okay. Worked out. Big slam! Alright, keeping your team alive. So far, this is okay. Yeah, my only concern was that when you went for the Reaper, who nobody was going for at that point, it feels like going for the Reaper actually resulted in an opportunity for the other team to roll your ride. Now, it worked out, but, like, at the same time, I want you to play, like, a little bit more aggressive with those off angles at times. So, like, I'll give you that, but I also feel like you need to at least scan your teammates a little bit more to see how everything's going. Does that make sense? You are overusing your cleanse a little bit too. Like, your cleanse was fine, but it feels like, you know, if your Lucio's gonna beat, like Lucio beat, right? At the same time, I probably cleanse that too. So. You went in for a cleanse, your team got rolled. I'd say just back out now at this point. Like, if your Reaper dies here, yeah, don't even try to save him, just back out. Turn around. Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought they were gonna chase him and just get the elim. Oh, you're good. Okay, so you have a Winston now, which I'm very surprised by the Winston swap. I think if I'm the other tank right now and I'm not having fun against their comp, I either go Sigma or I go Diva. Diva's good against the Bastion. I think the counter-argument people would make, what about the Mei? I ain't trying to 1v1 a Mei. But you can play around the map and play angles that will be advantageous to you. Nice shot on the Mei. Good job. The wall feels Suzu'd now. You're good to go. Use your ult as soon as you get it. Not bad. Great cleanse. I mean, your soldier kind of ran out of range, but, like, that wasn't bad. It doesn't help that you got remeched on, but, like, You know, it's funny. Overall, I don't think you're playing inherently bad. I think sometimes you're just using a little bit too much of your... It feels like you're maybe, like, overusing your Suzu a little bit, but it's, like, not too bad, right? Were you trying to heal a Moira orb? I'm confused. By the way, be careful of throwing a healing orb across the map there. You get... Well, I say that now, but it's like, will you get true value with your damage orb? And the reason why I say this is because they have a diva. It looks like you have a hog who's trying to go for the hog hooks off the map. They're running the hero pool of Reinhardt Hog. This will be interesting. Well, they're going hog so they can hook people off the map. I mean, the diva isn't eating the orb, so that's a good sign, because you just managed to tank that. I mean, you got your ult soon. I don't know, this is interesting. Like, I'm trying to, like, find ways where your teammates will be able to benefit from this, but you have a hog who literally is only playing to hook people off the map. Like, just to give everybody an idea, this hog is sitting over here waiting to hook somebody. Like, that's all they want to do. They just want to hook somebody off the map. They're going to play this corner, and they're going to go from there. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, I just want to show you, chat, the result of that hog only going for hooks. Are you ready? I can tell, too. That's what the hog wants to do. I see it all the time where hogs will be like, I'm not playing with the team. I'm going for the hook off the map. Oh, a diva? Oh, yeah, well, guess what? Everybody's safe. Good luck. Hold it right into their face. You can just hit the ult button. I mean, like, you're probably going to get rolled when you hit your ult button, but you got to give yourself an opportunity at least. Not the best start, I'd say. But truthfully, I don't think you've been playing that bad, which I think is also probably a good thing. I say not bad from your point of view. Like, you're playing okay to me, which I think is, like, a good sign in comparison to the last one we watched. Okay, healing your team up a little bit. You have a queen now. Queen's an okay swap here, I'd say. You can your comp is pretty much like an aggressive comp outside of the Junkrat, but you can get away with playing with this, like, core. Right? Junkrat spams in. Your team goes in fast. Like... This isn't too bad. I need you to be at the pace of your... Yeah. I want to see you kind of be at the pace of your tank, though, because you know you won't be able to get the healing orb value. You have to, like, basically predict that you won't get healing orb value. So you need to be there with your tank, so you're not doing that in general. So, yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes. All right, you ready? All right. Watching your heals, watching your heals. A little bit too much heals on the rat. Yeah, I need you to start doing this. I want you to be at the pace of your Lucio and your Zarya. Otherwise, you're going to struggle for a little bit. And I think you're going to recognize that. Like, you seem to be making adjustments when you need to. Your Junkrat's also doing a great job of trying to find every way to never be at full HP. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, ult now. Okay, wait one more second here. 3, 2, and ult. All right. Okay, you notice how you're going backwards? Right? You see what you're doing? You haven't made it through the choke. So, an issue you're running into is you talk about how, like, oh, my teammates are taking a lot of damage. And they are. But, like, look what's happening when you have an ability to go make a play and do something. You're just going back to the choke and getting stuck in the choke. You're one of the few players on the team right now next to the Junkrat who has not gotten through that choke and tried to make a play. So, I want you to kind of see where you want to adjust that play style really quick. You know what I'm saying? You get stuck here. You make it to the statue and you end up in the same spot. Work with your team, play as a core. They give you as like a unit, like a death ball. All right? And that's what you want to do here. Here we go. Okay, huge damage orb. I like what I'm seeing. D.Va isn't there. Huge grab. You're not with your team again. You're gradually falling back over and over again. I'm telling you. You went up there, but like you're lucky your team survived that. They popped a lot of good ults there. All right, keep up heals. Damage orb. All right, you'll get enough resources here, so I'm okay with this. Point. Make sure to ping. Should win this. I think you win this team fight. Yeah, they kind of hecked that up. I feel like they had a good retake, but you also have a Zarya against the D.Va, so like it's harder to retake that against that type of comp. You get what I'm saying? It can be like harder to retake that. Oh, yeah, there goes your Reaper. I want to see you be a little bit more aggressive with your team. Like this. I know no one's pushing cart, but your Lucio can do that right now. Stick with your team. Play at the pace of your Zarya. All right, back to the cart we go. You said you feel like they never have it. Well, that's because like they're kind of like right there. Like you see the heals like that right there. You're using too much random heals to start team fights. When like look at your resources. And remember, D.Va's gonna eat your orb, so you can't keep just doing like this like wasting resources. This will get him back. But like you're not giving yourself a good opportunity. You're just healing people at 100% HP. Maybe you're trying to pre-heal a little bit, but like when you're not able to get the damage orb value because of the D.Va, you can't do that as much. Great grab. All right, that was interesting that somebody died to that. You don't like playing more, so you're bad at keeping the balance on her? That's fair. It's just, it's more along the lines of like, you have to look at the comp you're playing. So if they're running a D.Va, then you're gonna lose value on those orbs. So your resource management needs to be better. Now you can start using orbs again aggressively because they went Zarya, right? So now you can be a little bit more lenient with your heals. You see what I'm talking about with that like balance? And I think you recognize that though. Like I see that you recognize that. You're starting to use damage orbs again. So like that shows me that you understood why that was happening. As I say that, you use a healing orb. Remember, you have a Lucio that can pick up some of those, like, the smaller heals behind you. I would say this is just a reset. Unless you get, like, a bunch with Tire. Then it's going aggressively. Remember, resources. All right, well, you healed your Junkrat. Yeah, might as well go in with that. 4-star and ultimate. There you go, perfect. I gotta say, your Zarya's doing a great job building up Grav, too. But that was a bad Grav timing. My opinion, great Grav build-up by your teammate. Bad, like timing on that stuff. In my opinion. Yep. Did you watch my Ana videos? Did you watch a YouTube video? No, I record most of my stuff on stream. I record a couple stuff off stream right now if I have like a little bit of time to just do it, and I have been, so it's been helpful. But yeah, like I said, I think you're just using your resources too much. Like, if you watch this back, you can already tell that you need to relax on that a little bit. It's like you're not even like you're healing somebody at like 99% HP for like the equivalent of 300 healing. You just don't need to do that. They're either going to regen their HP, especially as Zarya, or the Lucio is going to pick up the lack of that chip damage. You know what I'm saying? Look at your resources. Now when you actually need it, you don't have it. See? And that's kind of the problem you're running into. Again, same thing. Your healing orbs half the time are getting 0 value when you're putting yourself at no resources. There it is again. Use your damage orb. It gives you resources. Use your damage orb. I'm telling you. You mentioned timing about how they're taking a lot of damage, like you can't, but like you don't have any resources. So imagine if you had a good rotation here, you'd be able to just heal up the whole time. Now Lucio had fun. Be aggressive with this. Shift in. Eh, maybe not. Actually, they're in a spot where you don't have to shift in. Damage orb. There you go. Now you see your resources, how they're kind of going up at the same time? That's because of your damage orb. Nice. Damage orb again. I'll give you the healing orb just because it's like a team fight you want to win at the end. You have plenty of resources now. And you can just right-click in. Yeah. Damage orb that room, though. Damage orb that room. Alright. I mean, not a bad attack. I mean, at least you got the point. Remember, more value with damage orbs would be nice. There you go. There's your see, right there. You see how you're overusing your resources? You got to improve on that quite a bit. I really feel like you're constantly being like just out of the ability to heal, and you're relying so much on healing orb at that point that you just end up getting rolled. You get what I'm saying? Damage orb, damage. Save your team. Now, this is a situation where because you've had such bad resource management right now on Moira, you were forced to use that ultimate. Now, imagine being able to use the Moira orb, the Moira healing orb there, instead of having to use your Moira ult because you're out of resources and weren't sure if you're able to keep them alive. You see what I'm saying? See? That's gonna give you a lot of resources. Alright. Good job staying alive on point. Remember, it's okay to throw a damage orb. Actually, no, throw a healing orb. Yeah, get a wall there, and then your team is taking big damage. And they have a diva again. Oh, you're dead. Yeah, you would have lost it anyway. That was going to be a tough one for you anyway. That's fine. Pretty good go with things there, but like I once again think that your resource management needs a lot of work. Straight up. But very winnable game. Well, right there, like damage orb against diva is a little bit different. But when they don't have a diva, I do think that the damage orb value could be a lot better. I just think that you're trying to pre-heal too much. So like what pre-heal is like you're predicting damage is going to come. And at least for me, I feel like from like a pre-heal point of view, Moira struggles with that in comparison to some others. Like, as an Ana, you can spam heal somebody, right? But because Moira is so reliant on those resources, like, if you give up, like, 50% of resources on healing absolutely nobody or healing, like, 40 damage total, you're just losing so much value. And Moira is, is a great, like, can heal very well. Well, technically, the damage orb spawn door is worth trying. It just, there's a diva there, so it's gonna probably get eaten. But yeah, it's worth trying. Why not? You don't know what they're gonna run, so. See, like right now, you see what you're doing? You see that? Look how many resources you've used to heal Orisa for like 30 damage. You see that? Look at that. Look at. See that? Yep. And now you're just out. You're out. Now you're relying on a healing orb, which can be eaten anyway. And now what? You got your resources back by doing some damage, but like you're just. You have to find that balance. You have to find that balance in Moira. I'm telling you, I have a feeling where I think I know where they're at. I might be completely wrong, but mechanically, this has not been a bad game. This has not been a mechanics issue. This has been more of like just trying to do too much healing. Is basically what's happening. I'm telling you right now, the mechanics right now, like, the mechanics right now aren't bad. This isn't a mechanical issue. Which I'm already seeing pretty good mechanics. I'm seeing like good reactions and stuff that are happening. Even the reaction of like, oh, they have a second. Oh, what an eat by your Orisa. You couldn't have predicted that. What an eat. Damage orb. Okay, here we go. Sorry, whenever I think of mechanical, I think of, like, movement and aim at that point. So, like, if maybe I'm thinking something differently for that. Yeah, you do have Mail coming up, and you have Tyre. You should win this. You should win this. Remember, one second. Keep watching. If I recall correctly, they were on Kiriko earlier, and everything looked fine. Remember Kiriko? At the beginning of the game? Good Tyre, by the way. What a Tyre. I think that might be game-winning. I think that was a game-winning Tyre. Yeah, I think that's just a win. I don't think they have an opportunity to really get to the point at all. Maybe Kiriko can make it. Yeah, GG's. Okay. We're going to circle back for a second here because we have two things we have to do. One, we have to obviously guess the rank they're in. But, like, let's just start with the first step of this. On Kiriko, I was fine with Kiriko for the most part. Scan for your teammates. That's step number one. Step number two, when you're on Moira, and I think you know this by now, but your resource management was not good. And what you need to do is it's all just about good balance with your damage orbs, good balance with your right click, and all that pre-healing you were doing was way too early. I understand trying to prevent the burst damage right away, but they were taking like 8 damage. So if you're running the Moira Lucio comp, rely on your Lucio to be able to pick up that 8 damage here, 8 damage there. It's also how Lucio builds beat really fast. You're going to build your Moira ult fast if you have those resources. So that is the simple fix for you, is to look at your resource management from this game and try to think about that the next time you play. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to take time, but you'll be in a good spot. So now to the next part. As you know, this is a Where Are They Now video. Previously, they were in Diamond 4. So where are they now? Now, my guess, chat might think this is a hot take or disagree with me, but I felt like their mechanics and their decision-making when it came to where they wanted to go on the map, what they wanted to do, was good. I have to take other things into account. They had a Reinhardt and then a Roadhog. But then when they went Zarya, they started to pop off. So I don't think you've deranked since then. I actually, believe it or not, I think they have climbed since then. My guess, and chat might look at this as a hot take, and it could very much be a hot take. I want to say Diamond 1 or Masters 5. That's my guess. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. They might have deranked. Okay, are we ready? All right, they're the same rank. Diamond 4. Yeah, at least I was correct in the Diamond aspect, right? Listen, I gave them credit on that one. Let me explain why in that one, too. Yeah, they're the exact same rank, which isn't bad. They didn't derank since the last Where Are They Now. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. That's where you'll see my Discord. You can submit a bunch of stuff on there. We also record these live on stream, so if you haven't stopped by, you can see the Twitch chat below the webcam right there. Stop by. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.